veteran of the U.S. Navy who spearheaded the Jackson exhibit of the USS Arizona relic, Stan Mazer. Hi, Stan.
Hello. Glad to be here, Bart.
And we're glad to have you here. Welcome back. Thank you for your service.
Well, thanks for the recognition. Appreciate it.
So you spent a couple of years working to get a piece, an actual piece of the USS Arizona to have here in Jackson.
Yes, for the state of Michigan. I got aware of it. Being in the Seabees for 7 years, we get a quarterly publication, what they call Can Do. It's all about the Seabees, past, present, and future. And one of the articles in 2019 was related to the USS Arizona. And what the article stated is basically that in the 1950s, early 50s, they had to remove a large piece of the superstructure due to corrosion and safety. And they used that piece, that segment, to support some of the gangway catwalk that the visitors go aboard today to get to the launch to actually see the memorial as we know it today. Well, basically in 1995, U.S. Congress legislated the Relics Program, which meant to remove that segment, put in proper foundations for that gangway catwalk, and cut that segment up and delve it out to worthy recipients. Now, armed with that information, I was aware that we possibly could get a piece of the USS Arizona. So I'm involved with the Kiwanis Flower and Tree Project at Cascades Park to beautify the park. And one day we were mulching these trees, and my grandson and his buddy, they were juniors in Lumen Christi High School, to help us mulch. We were paying them naturally so they could make a few dollars. Well, we were in sight of the showcase for the Twin Towers. And just to carry conversation, I looked at my grandson and his buddy and said, "Remember Pearl Harbor?" And he looked at me and said, "What in the world do you say that for, Grandpa?" And I told them, "Well, you see that showcase with the piece of the Twin Towers in it? We can conceivably maybe get a piece of the USS Arizona, put in a similar type showcase in that general area. And what do you guys think of it? I value your opinion." And my grandson Carter, my hockey playing grandson Carter, he says, "Go for it, Grandpa." And that was really the kick in the pants I needed to get the ball rolling.
And the rest is history.
Yes.
Now it's on display at the Cascades, and we've got some photos. Was it last Pearl Harbor Day that it was dedicated?
Well, it was the first year. The original year was 80 years since the Pearl Harbor attack. That was a couple of years ago.
2021.
2021. And then last year we had the first remembrance of this particular day of infamy, and this is the second time, and we're going to try to continue doing this on an annual basis.
So this Thursday, December 7th, Pearl Harbor Day, you are inviting the community to come to this event starting at 1 p.m.
1 p.m., that's correct. And hopefully quite a few will make the effort to be in attendance.
I know you realize this, Stan, but every year there's fewer and fewer World War II veterans, and there's going to be a point where there won't be any living memory of Pearl Harbor Day.
Well, I think that there's going to be a continuous memory because we'll have the American Legion State Commander will be in attendance, and he wants to have a few words to say at the ceremony. And I've got an awful lot of the veterans. I'm a member of the American Legion Post 29, for example, and we've put the word out through Jim Ducey. He's our commandant of all of the American Legion posts in Jackson County.
I was just there Saturday.
Ah, there you go.
Very nice post.
And then we've got the Vietnam Veterans, chapter, I believe it's chapter 19, here in Jackson. That's going to be part of this ceremony. We'll have the rifle salute. We've got the honor guard as far as the raising the flag. We got some bugle players playing the reveille for the raising of the flag, and we've got the taps for the ending of the program. So all of the veterans are pretty well committed within our area, and I think even statewide.
Nice. Yeah, I see your program. You've got a number of dignitaries that are making presentations or participating in the ceremonies. Now, we had cold, snowy weather the first year, and last year, I think, do we have some, I think we have a clip of the event last year. I think it was
pretty decent. It was pretty decent.
Didn't it rain? No, it snowed.
Maybe a little bit of snow, but no, it was pretty decent weather-wise to where we could hold the entire ceremony outside. If we had inclement weather, we've got cooperation with the Baptist Church in close proximity that we could conduct the ceremony inside the church on inclement weather, with the exception about the rifle salute. We'd have to have those people out toward the back of the church to go outside, and then probably the bugle player. That could be indoors, and maybe one of them indoors, one of them outdoors. And we've got the pastor of that church, Chris Garrow, who's also a veteran, that will be with the religious aspect of this ceremony, like the benediction and the invocation. So we got all hands on deck.
It's likely to be a nice day, so everything should occur outside. But people can park, I think, at the church too.
At the church parking lot, yes. And this year they'll have additional parking within the park system.
Oh, yeah.
Along that boulevard section that they removed, that's been transferred into parking for, well, the exhibit site and other needs.
Yeah, a lot of new parking at the Cascades. Stan, we had someone from the area who lost their life at Pearl Harbor.
Yes, Stanley Zarnicki. He lost his life, and he had a brother that was fortunately on leave. And if his brother wasn't on leave, we'd have probably lost them both. Then there was another one close by from Homer. It was basically Whitcomb. Eugene Cecil Whitcomb was from Homer, and of course all the others, the other 26 Michiganders, one being Marine, Sergeant Joseph Baraga was from the Upper Peninsula, all the rest were Navy, and we'll announce their names. I'll be one of the guys. I choose the harder names to pronounce, a lot of the long
Polish
names. Well, I'm an American Polak, so I figured it'd be my place to try to do some correct pronunciations.
Well, that's great. And there are several from Michigan of Polish descent who were victims at Pearl Harbor. You'll have some music and taps and some other things like that?
Yes, music may be. I believe the Ghost Riders, which is a DJ, and I believe that's how he makes his life. He's a veteran, and I think he's
Joe DeBow.
Joe DeBow, and I believe he's contributing his PA system. Now, whether there's going to be any music, I really don't know of that.
And I see Denise Hoffman will be doing the national anthem.
Yes, she's from our Queen's Church, and I've got Carol Hatch will be from our Queen's Church. Will ring the bell when we announce the names of the 28 Michiganders that lost their lives. So things are going very well as far as we've got a terrific community to reside in, a very, very thoughtful, generous, even when we did the original Arizona, we had financial help from like the Mercer Company and Jackson Glass and Arrow Steel, Midbrook Fabricating, Fritz Signs, Community, Master Radiator, and others, to where it basically put us in good stead, even Imagecraft Engraving, as far as all of the plaques that came into play.
It's a beautiful plaque, really a beautiful display, all the work that all those you mentioned put into it, including yourself.
Well,
for tirelessly you work to get this here. And it's the only place in
In the state
country,
of Michigan, right.
in the
It's-
state, but really there's only 3 relics from the Arizona in existence, right?
I don't know that for sure. I think the only place that I'm aware of that has both a piece of the Twin Towers and the USS Arizona
This is
is down in Louisiana. There's a museum down there. But other than that,
right here.
we're right here, yeah.
Stan, thanks for all the work you've done in honoring those lost at Pearl Harbor, and for your efforts in bringing this piece to our community. Look forward to seeing you Thursday.
Oh, absolutely. Be nice to see your smiling face at the site.
I probably will, unfortunately, be sitting here,
Wow.
but we'll have people there. Definitely, we'll have coverage. So hopefully, you'll be able to make it and see and hear about it on JTV later on that day.
Well,
How's Carter doing?
Carter is doing fine.
Where's Carter? Carter Mazer, professional hockey player, is where right now?
He's with the Griffins, and he's played 12 games. He's got 3 goals, 5 assists, so he's doing reasonably well. And if he keeps knocking it out, his performance, he may end up playing a game or 2 for the Red Wings this season.
Well, it'd be nice if he saw some familiar faces in the crowd in Grand Rapids. So it's nice to know he's close by. We can go see him play.
I'm looking forward to it. They're playing again up in Canada. They're playing the Toronto Marlies at 7 o'clock game time up in the Canadian wildwoods.
In the Great North.
In the Great North, yes.
All right, see you. Good to see you. Thanks for coming.
Well, thank you for having me on board. I really appreciate it.
You bet. With the Pearl Harbor Day program in our community, Stan Mazer.